What's going on, YouTube? I am Hot Mess Ness, MUA, otherwise known as Venissa, and today's video is going to be a palette play. I am going to be playing with the Kat Von D 10-year anniversary palette because I've been living in this palette all week long since I got it, which surprised me because I got it because it was limited edition, you know, and it was like, well, I like her other ones, and part of it was the FOMO, part of it was like, I just want to know. I just want to know. And I think this is going to be a 2 palettes in one. Like, I'm going to use 2, possibly. So this isn't a review of the Kat Von D palette. I'm doing it this way because I want to. And I know that sounds random, but lately I felt pressure. We all know that YouTube is based off of 2 things, the creator and the subscriber. So I have to make content that people want to watch, but I have to make content that I like to do, you know? And I've found it a little bit difficult lately. Life is busy all the time. Like, for example, my kids have had half days throughout this whole entire month. And a half day is a pain in the ass because that means I have to pick up at 2 different schools, and next year's only going to get worse because my son, my oldest son, I have 3 sons, 2 daughters, but my oldest son promoted from 8th grade today, so he's going to be in high school. So I'm going to have to go to the high school. I'm going to have to go to the junior high. I'm going to have to go to the elementary school. So he promoted this morning, and it's been half days, so it's like pick up 1 at 12:30, pick up 1 at 1:30. This one wants to go hang out at the taco shop with 3 friends. This one wants to go hang out at this person's house, and then you have to collect them all to feed them dinner, ask them about their days, and then go off to work. Yesterday, I even got to break up a fight. That was awesome. So it's a struggle. You think that the hardest part about raising kids is keeping them alive, but it's also about trying to make them decent human beings and the struggles they go through along the way, and you learn along the way, and it's just mind-blowing. So, what does this have to do with anything in your channel? Well, the first thing I felt like I needed to do was do a review and swatches and all of that. But you know what? I am not a huge YouTuber. I don't have everybody waiting on their edges for what's Venissa gonna put out. And you know, if this was sent to me in PR, I would have put that video up that day. But it wasn't. I bought it and it arrived broken, and then I had to get a new one sent to me, which Sephora did a great job, by the way. But if you guys want a full review on this with swatches and everything, let me know. I will do that. But I posted on Instagram and I'm like, no, I want to do a video with this today. And I don't want it to be a review. I just want to play with eyeshadow. That's what I want to do today. Yes, this is about my life too. I know. I'm taking this in certain places, but sometimes you just want to do what you want to do. I haven't forgotten, guys. I haven't forgotten that I started
a melt series.
No, I didn't start a melt series. I started a dose of color series. I have not forgotten that. I will finish those videos for you guys. It's obviously not going to be, that's my dog, and there are people. Hopefully, you know, nobody's coming up with the cops. I'll be right back. So, this is a standalone palette. What I love about it, and this isn't a review, but there's little, like, quads that go on in here. You can kind of see, you could do a look here and here. I really like that about this. But you can go all over the place too. But I feel like I haven't given the Satan Center any love. Like none. Like it went back, put away. I'm like, it would be fun to play with both. So that's what I'm doing. See what I mean about you set expectations. Nobody has set these expectations for me. Nobody has been down below in my YouTube comments like, hey, why haven't you done this or that? Nobody does that, but you set it for yourself because you hold yourself accountable and you compare yourself to other creators. You compare your numbers, you compare your sub count, all of those things. And now that YouTube's algorithm and all of that, the way that it shows up in feeds, it's just going to keep changing. And I feel like it's harder and harder as a small YouTuber, but you know what? I love doing this, so I'm just going to keep on keeping on. I also recently added magic links. I've seen a lot of other creators use that, and I was like, why would I do that? I don't have enough people, and I felt the same way about this with like PR and stuff. I'm like, why would I do that? I don't have enough that it would be worth it to anybody, blah, blah, blah. But you know what? Those pennies add up to dollars, and those dollars could mean buying a palette to review. It could mean buying different equipment or things that could just improve the channel. So I added those. Of course, any links or coupon codes that I have, don't ever feel like you have to use them. Don't ever feel obligated, not for me or anybody for that matter. But I try to make sure I leave asterisks next to those items so that way it's like full disclosure. You guys know if you click on this, I make a commission off of something. You know what I mean? Oh, I just got my finger in my eye. Not a good look. You know, the makeup has been on most of the day already. I am okay with that. I'm going to work. I feel like I'm probably one of the only people at my job that wears makeup on the regular, so even if I come in looking half crazy, it don't matter. No one cares. I am gonna start by trying to clean off my brushes. I cleaned my main brushes. That's all that matters, right? I'm gonna pick up this big old fluffy Morphe R40 and this shade right here, and its name is of course gonna be on the back. I think that's Chad, but it could be Melanie. I don't know if these are vice versa. Let's see, do I have the box? Aha! Yeah, they are opposite. So if you look here, it's over here because this handy dandy little box tells me. I'm just gonna leave this little box here so I can just see it. So this is Melanie. If you guys have not seen the Kat Von D, like each name has the story of the person. You can go in and check that. It's really inspiring. I think that's really what sold me on this palette because when I first saw the colors, it looked very neutral to me. I'm like, yeah, I have colors like that. I did like that you could see the quad stories, but it's not until you get them on your eyes that you see that these colors are kind of different. And yeah, I probably have each one of these kind of colors spread throughout my collection, but sometimes it's nice to get it in palette form, you know? And at the true heart of everything, even though I'm all about my indies and my singles, I am a palette lover at heart. So I'm just gonna take Melanie and I'm gonna put her all up in here. I'm really just setting what I just put down with my Blink primer. So I hope everybody's doing good. Sometimes I sit back and think about all the videos that I'd like to make. And then sometimes I think maybe I'll start a different vlog channel and talk about what it's like to be just, you know, like we all have our own story. And I'm a mom of 5 kids. And I have different baby daddies. You know, so I have those kind of issues. And then I have regular issues about being a mom and working and guilt and drama. But at the heart of it all, I mean, the very reason why I started getting into makeup and then inherently into YouTube was because this is something only for me. It has nothing to do with my children. Nothing. Sometimes I wish there was a vlog camera posted up because sometimes I can't believe some of the stuff that happens in my life. And then sometimes I'm like, this is incredibly boring, but it wouldn't really be. I don't know. Sounds like a lot of work. So do I want to go more neutral or do I want to go colorful? How am I feeling right now? How am I feeling? I think I want to do more than one double look with this one of these days because I could go totally neutral and regular whatever, or I could go totally colorful and crazy. Maybe if you guys ask me to do a review on this palette, if I get enough of those comments, the demo look that I'll do will be colorful. But for now, I think I'm gonna go neutral. That's what I think I'm gonna do. That's how I'm feeling right now. It's just how I'm feeling. Let's turn this around so I can figure out what the damn shade name is. This is Nancy. This is Nancy right here. And it looks like a beigey whatever, but it's a cool color. I like it. So we're gonna take a little bit of Nancy and we're gonna throw her up in the crease. I still don't really know what I'm doing. I just wanna play with makeup with you guys. I miss filming more. It's like every time I sit down to do it, it's like all of a sudden I have a house full of humans. Earlier I started to film and the man was here and I think he was kind of bored, so he went to the gym. He started at the gym, which is great because he really needs to get healthy and lose weight for him to have his heart. You know, if you guys have been around for a minute, you know that he had some heart issues. He's in the hospital, yada yada. And the only way to do his procedure that he needs to cauterize the part of his heart that acts up, because right now his medication has it under control, but to make it a permanent fix, he's got to lose weight. The doctor can't get to his heart through all that fat and, you know, just mass that's here. But it's hard. I know it's hard. It's hard to lose weight, especially when you have kids and work. And he drives an hour and a half to work every day and an hour and a half home. Sometimes he works remotely, like when I work, so that way he's not leaving me hanging all day long with kids. But, you know, all that driving and then sitting at your job, you get home exhausted. The last thing you want to do is go to the gym. So he's really trying. This is the shade Ashley. It's the kind of pinky orangey shade. I'm going to go a little higher with Miss Ashley here. I should have grabbed some of that orangey color. There's some really cool colors in here that I really like. The other day I did a look with this one and this one. I was thinking that way, but I don't know, maybe we'll add some more of that in an unexpected place or something. I don't know, just started digging into eyeshadows. Gotta go to work soon. I want Gina, that's Gina. We're gonna take a fluffy brush, a little tiny fluffy brush, and we're gonna take some of this Gina, and it's that mustardy tone, and we're gonna toss her in here. Just take a little Gina and pop her here. Yeah, that's what I wanted. Little Gina. I like these because they go on real light, but you can build them up. This is one of those palettes that this is becoming a review anyway, huh? Even though I said it wasn't gonna be. But you can't help but talk about your feelings about the colors that you're using as you use them. Anyone that is interested in pink icing from Divina, if you missed it and sold out, it is going to be restocking on Saturday. You can use code HOTMessNest to save money. Or any of your favorite affiliates, don't matter. But I love that. I hope that she does some singles from that collection soon, because I have a couple shades that I know I'm gonna want backups of. I'm gonna take some Devil from Saint and Sinner. Yeah, I'm gonna take some Devil. And I'm gonna toss this in here, but I'm gonna be careful not to go too far into both. I mean, this is turning into a neutral look real quick, but we'll try to make it neutral colorful, right? And hopefully I don't take too long doing this and lose track of time and realize that I haven't gotten dressed for work yet. But I feel like I'm, you know, if I showed up like this, no one would even care. So what else? What else is going on with the world? How are you guys feeling the, you know, anybody out there with kids, or are you excited for summer? Are you worried about it? My one that's going into high school, he had such crappy grades, and it makes me so sad because he's so smart. He's such a smart kid. Not like, I'm sure he could be brilliant if he worked, but if he tried a little, he'd be B's easy. If he tried really, really hard at anything, he could be straight A's. He really could be. But how do you have 8 missing assignments and you've never missed a day of school? You know what I mean? I'm like, and I've asked him that. I'm like, what do you do? Just stare at the wall when the teacher's talking? I mean, like, if it's a in-class assignment, how do you not get that done? How do you not? What are you doing? What's happening? And I don't know. He can never give me an answer. So I'm going to take a little more Devil and kind of tilt it so you can peep that. I think I want more Devil here. Peeping underneath that orangey shade. Oh, have any of you guys seen the trailer for the new Patrick Starrr collection? He's doing a summer collection. Now, I only got the Miso Chic. I want Miso Fleek. And now that I have the Miso Chic, I kind of wish that I had gotten some of the Christmas time collection. And that's just because I want to support Patrick, but I don't need any of the browns. I talked myself out of it, and MAC was even having a sale on those, and I still didn't get them because I'm like, by the time I added all of his stuff to my cart from the Christmassy collection, I had like over $100, and I'm like, you don't need to do that because I just got a bunch of Jouer stuff because I want to do a complete face with Jouer products. So this one right here is the reddish shade, and it is Malice. I really like the story of Malice. Malice was the stripper, like exotic dancer, pole dancer in most of the videos and stuff, who has the mohawk. She's really cool. And because of her, I started following this beautiful woman named Spider Snake Woman, and she is a dancer, and she was in the Saint and Sinner perfume launch. She was the Saint one. And just sometimes I find people very relatable and unrelatable at the same time, especially when it comes to very new age kind of thinking. Women that are way into holistic healing and mantras and yoga, and I'm not talking just I go to the gym yoga, but like people that do Reiki healing and crystals, and that takes time to research those kind of things. And back in the day, before I had kids, I was very into that kind of spirituality, believing in energy and mindfulness. And those, it's even like celebrities that are really into that stuff. I get it, but I don't have time for it. And that's where people can almost become a little bit unrelatable, because you add more and more things to your life, in my case, children. I'm lucky if I can get 5 minutes of meditation in at all, let alone praising the goddess, and you know what you get what I'm saying. I'm going along those lines. And she is very into that kind of stuff. And I always kind of reminisce, and I understand people that are like that, even though I tend to be a little more, I don't know if realistic. Realistic isn't a good term for it, but I'm way into witchy kind of things and nature kind of spiritualism, if that makes sense. Anyway, I follow that girl because of Malice. You see, we went full circle here. We went full circle. So I got Malice here. I got a little bit of the yellowy here, kind of just popping. Where are we going with this further? Because you could be almost done. Just deepen up the... Do I want to deepen up with the more red? All right. I'm going to take right here. This is... I don't know if it's Adele or... Yeah, Adele? Adele. Adele was the hat maker. I liked her story. She was a mom and a designer and makes these really cool little hats. So I'm just gonna deepen here. I love this mirror. But literally this has been going directly into my purse. And on those days when I know I wanna do my eyeshadow at work, I've been popping this out. And one of the guys in the break room was like, you know, by the time you finish that, your shift's gonna be over. And I'm like, you guys know that this is my zen, my happy place. This is how I get through the negativity and some of the crap that comes with my job. One of these days, maybe we'll have a story time. I'm only allowed to talk so much about my job, like I'm not allowed to, like we've signed stuff. If something big had happened at work and press was there, I would not be like allowed to talk. But I could just tell you guys that my job can be very, very, very negative. But you see people at their absolute highest and their very, very lowest. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of Malice and add her back into Adele or Adelaide, however you say that one. And here. I think I'm gonna pick up a little bit of Stigmata from the other palette. In my head, I always think I have a lot more time than I do.
I just grabbed a flat brush and now I can't find the flat brush. Where are you, flat brush?
We're gonna take a little bit of Stigmata because it's that shiny kind of shade, and I'm gonna pack that onto here because I wanna keep that red underneath the brown. What do I want on my lid? I did the yellowy kind of here. Yeah, I'm gonna actually just take Stigmata all over the lid, and then I'll take the yellow and I'll tone it all down. We'll see. I'm taking some of the Luxie medium. I do not know when this is going to be available. She said it would be soon. This is formulated for her mixing medium, but this is one of my faves. I just don't want to put it all over my brush and then cause some major stuff on my palette. You know, you never know how sometimes your stuff reacts. I don't want to dig a wet brush into the palette before I'm ready to. So I'm gonna take the Golden is Egypt. Egypt is a poet from the video. And I'm gonna pop Egypt right here. I'm just barely tapping that into the side of the palette because I do not want to get this palette all crusty yet. It will be in time, but I'm not ready. It's crazy how much the shadow looks like melted gold. And sometimes you just don't know with these limited edition things. Sometimes like the quality is not as good as we had wanted, you know? But this one, I'm really liking. All right, I'm gonna take Stigmata because I'm gonna top it. And I'm gonna put that all the way over here. I feel better already. I needed to do a video like this where I just talk to you guys, put on the makeup I wanted to put on, ignite some creativity. I do not want to go to work tonight. I do not. And it's not that I'm like, oh, I hate my job. I just don't. I want to sit here and I want to film some more. But, you know, girls got to do what a girl's got to do. Okay, I'm going to take the side where I didn't use anything and kind of smush them together. Oh look, it made a new color. Just by tapping those two together, we made orange, which of course we should know that that was going to happen. But I was going to go into the pinky orange shade. This color is so cool. Alexandria. In the pan, it doesn't really look like anything special, but it's got a shift to it and it'll go on real light, like really, really light. But if you wet it, so I think where I had made the orange, I think we're gonna try to put that right there. Like this is something no one else is gonna notice. No one's gonna be like at work going, ooh, look at the detail. Look at right there becomes, but it's the kind of thing that just geeks you out, you know? Okay, there it is. There it is. I like it. I like it a lot. We're gonna take some of the shade Sylvia. It's this one right here. And we're gonna go here. Okay, and now we're gonna go back into Gina. All right, so this is Gina, and we're gonna go right on top of the other one. So this will be our little yellowy shift. Okay, now we're gonna take Ashley and work her over. So there's Ashley, Malice, and work her over. I want to take a little bit of Devil, which was the orangey kind of shade, right here in between. And then we'll deepen it up with Adele or Adelaide or however you say her name. This is one of her pressed glitters from this palette. I'm gonna take Absolution and I'm gonna wet it and I'm gonna put it in my inner corner. I've been feeling, you know how like you kind of get, I don't want to say feel sorry for myself because I'm not like, oh, so sad. But how sometimes you're like, can someone put me first? And you could be single feeling this way. You could be married and feel this way. You could have kids and feel this way. I'm sure we all feel this way. I'm sure the man is feeling this way as he's at the gym. But I have been feeling this way, and I feel like sometimes the only way to be put first is to put yourself first. And for some reason, this was putting myself first. Silly, huh? Okay, guys, this is the finished eye look. I'm gonna throw on some liner, stuff like that you don't need to see, like who cares? And I'll be right back. Sometimes I am the absolute worst at putting anything on the lower lash line as far as mascara. I'm just like, oh, because I have virtually like no lower lashes. Sometimes I feel like, why bother? Like, I will totally do it up with color. I'm not trying to put mascara on top of all the work that I just did. I'm pretty sure these lashes are stuck on, but they may not be. So we're gonna put on some Shayla. Whee! Yep, we went full tilt with the color. And let's just top it with some coral. This is Candy / Coral from Anastasia. I don't know that this will make it into the break room. I'm editing my video and I realize I didn't get the outro. So I am all done. I worked all night long. This is the finished look, hot mess style. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you want to see, shush! If you guys want to see a full review and demo of the Kat Von D 10-year anniversary palette, leave a comment down below and I will use the other side of the palette. As always, thank you so much for watching and we'll see you in the next video. Bye.